Hey gang, this is John Newton from Snap-on John 100, and today I'm house sitting. So I thought I'd do a couple of videos, and up in the bedroom I can control the lighting, so I'm going to do as much as I can up here. The reason why I'm home house sitting is because it's 5 degrees out, and right now the wind chill is 15 below zero, and earlier this morning we lost our power for about a half an hour, and within 10 minutes one of the toilets downstairs stopped flushing, and I had to go downstairs, and there was a pipe that was close to the outside wall that was in our basement, but it was above grade, and I had to heat that pipe up. So what I wanted to do now is go over some of the kit that I got for Christmas. So without further ado, I wanted to show this off. So now I am prepared. No, I mean, it would have been cool. I didn't get 5 knives for Christmas, but I did get some dangler sheath attachments for the Survive knives that I have, so I wanted to show those to you. I got those for Christmas. I also did get a GSO6 for Christmas, and I also found a sheath that I could put my GSO5 in, so I wanted to show you that. And then there are some other little goodies I got for Christmas that I'll show you. Stay with me. Okay, I'm cheating a little bit because what I'm showing you is the bottom of my Condor 72-hour, I think it's called a 72-hour assault bag, something like that, but it's made by Condor. And the reason why I'm showing you this, my birthday was in at Thanksgiving time, so I'm going to lump that kind of with, because this was a cool thing I got. This is a 10-liter bag, dry bag that I got from Dave Canterbury's, the Pathfinder School, or I guess it's a Pathfinder store website. It's called the pathfinderstore.com, and it's made with a rubberized like nylon cloth material, so that it's designed to be on the outside of your pack, which is phenomenal, because most of my dry bags are the lighter weight nylon ones that you put inside your pack. But if you want to have room, extra room in your pack, you don't want that on the inside, you want to put it on the outside. So with this material you can put it on the outside because that's what it's designed for. So I'll show you what's in there. What's in there is one of the things I got for Christmas as a stocking stuffer, because I'm in charge of our stockings, and so I always like to throw in 4 or 5 survival items in everybody's stocking, I guess just because it's fun for me, but it also helps out everybody build up their bug out bag. So let me go ahead and open that up. I put these straps on here. Okay, here it is. It's got the Pathfinder School logo on it, and it's basically, I don't know if it's made by Sea Line, but it's exactly like a Sea Line heavy-duty bag. And what I've got in here, and I put it in a garbage bag too, just in case I fell in water. That would help. If I got out fast enough, none would seep past anything. What this is a fleece sleeping bag, and they're designed for, you know, summer, or somebody sleeping over at somebody's house or whatever. But I thought that was a good thing to stick into into my kit, because the other thing I got was a SOL. I also got that at Dave's website. I try to spend my money with individuals that I really like and respect, and I really have a lot of admiration for Dave and all the things that he does, especially for the survival / bushcraft community. So whenever I can, I try to buy stuff from his website, and what I got there was, let me get this open. It's got a lot of compression straps on it. Really like this backpack. It opens like a clamshell, so you got a lot of space. Here it is. It's the SOL Escape Bivy. So by putting that fleece sleeping bag inside this escape bivy, it's coated with this reflective material, so about 90% of your body heat's reflected back and not lost. So between these two things, and then you know, fire, etc., and making sure you're insulated off the ground, this is a pretty good way, an emergency way of staying warm. So that was a couple of stocking stuffers. And one of the coolest things I got, if you can see here, this right here. And what it is, I got a box here. It's a Henry U.S. survival rifle. It's made in the United States, which that's rare these days, but it's a 22 that's completely self-contained in the stock. And I'll show you that the butt end doesn't come off real easy, which is a good thing. Sometimes it's a bad thing, but it's mostly good. And everything stores in the stock. And it comes with 2 8-round clips, and that also store in there the receiver, which I've got a clip in it already. I'll take that out. A receiver and a barrel that locks in place. It's got a locating pin right there and a groove there, so you put that in there and it's spring loaded. Fairly coarse threads. And now you've got the barrel locked in place, and you got to put the butt cap on so everything doesn't fall out. So it snaps like that, and then you just set the receiver in place like that, and there's a screw down here that you turn, and I haven't looked at the other end of this, but it captures the threads really easily, so you don't have to fiddle around trying to keep it lined up or anything. It self-aligns. You end up with this. This is a semi-automatic 22. Clip goes right in there. And I was going to go hunting with it earlier, and I wasn't able to get away. That's why I had it already packed up. But I cannot wait to use this. The cool part about it is it's got a peep sight. It also is grooved for a scope. But obviously you couldn't store the scope in the stock. But it comes with a peep sight. I found as I got older, on a rifle anyway, I have trouble with iron sights. I can still shoot a pistol because the sight radius, the sight radius is so short with the pistol, but with a rifle it's longer, and I have trouble because of the prisms in my lenses. But with a peep sight, I don't have to worry about that. I've had to switch to optics for my rifle, so I put scopes on everything and I can see fine that way. But with a peep sight, which I hadn't tried before, that also works. It is a little slightly oval instead of round, but I don't think that's going to be an issue. But this was my main Christmas gift, and I'm loving it right now, and I'm really impressed that it's made in the United States too. Okay, so now the other thing I got I got a GSO6, and I got a dangler attachment for it. So it's like this. I love Survive knives. I have a 4.1, a 5, a 5.1, and a 6, and I'm waiting on a 10.1. I have one caveat: I collect knives, so I haven't completely lost my mind, but sometimes I think I might have. The other reason too is people might wonder, why in the heck do you get orange handles? Why my knives are orange handled? When I have one made, I always have it made with orange scales, because if it's going to be a knife that I'm carrying in the woods, because it might end up being my survival knife, even if it's just for bushcraft or whatever, I don't want to drop it in the ground and then not be able to find it. So that's why I always buy G10, which is harder than micarta. It's actually fiberglass and resin, and so that's what I always get, orange G10. And this is a 3/16, 1.5 inch. It's also CPM 3V, which is a super steel, high carbon steel, but it's a powdered, I guess it's called sintered powdered metal. If I'm wrong about that, somebody will correct me, but it comes as actually it's a powdered form, and so the reason why it's such a nice steel is because the grain structure is way finer than standard carbon steels, and the finer the grain structure, the more durable the blade is. So this is a 6-inch blade. It's a little over 6 inches, I think. It's got a hidden lanyard hole, full tang. It's actually got an extended pommel right there with jimping on it, and there's jimping here. But also the handle is contoured wonderfully, so it fits your hand like a dream. I have some other videos that I did with the GSO5 and the GSO 5.1 if you want to look at those. You just have to check. It was maybe a few months ago, but it was this year sometime. And I just did some standard knife tasks that I always do with knives. Basically it was around creating fire with friction, so that's one of the things I do with a knife most of the time. So that's kind of one of the things I do to evaluate how I'm going to like it. Alright, so I got this for Christmas. Now I got dangler sheaths. Let me show you how. This is my GSO 5, and I got this one. This one I actually got in, this is a camouflage micarta. I got it like this just because I wanted to be able to quickly tell the difference between the 5 and the 5.1. But if I do get or have a scales that are more camouflaged or harder to see on the ground, I always try to find some bright or obnoxious looking lanyard so that I can find it. And this is the fluorescent yellow paracord. Okay. Alright, so this is a GSO 5, and so this is a 5-inch blade. Does not have the choil there, but I love this. I love the shape of this. Same profile. It's an 1.5 inches, 3/16, same CPM 3V steel. But anyway, you saw this before. My point is, they come in this fantastically made pancake Kydex sheath, and then on the back side, which I've taken off, is just a piece of Kydex that loops around. Let me see if I can find it. I've got it right over here. It comes with this loop. Okay, this is the belt loop that it comes with, and it's just affixed on the back like this. I don't know if it's focused right there, but that's how it's attached. Okay, that causes this knife to ride. For me, it rides way too high, because I like having a, when I carry a backpack, I always want a hip belt to transfer. You want to transfer, for me, I like to transfer at least 70% of the weight to my hips, because that's where it lowers your center of gravity and also is less fatiguing on your back and shoulders. So with this riding that high, the knife is completely covered up, and also now it's forcing it into my side. And if I don't have a backpack on, this is still jabbing me in my love handle whenever I'm bending over, or if you're driving in a car, you might as well forget it. See, I requested several times that you know, if he could find some way of making a dangler sheath, and then I started thinking about, you know, making my own dangler sheath. And about the time I was so desperate I was gonna make it, he came out with a dangler sheath that's looked like a Cadillac, so I got 3 of them. But before that, I just kept these in my backpack. I didn't even carry them except for inside my backpack. But anyway, what I found with this one, this is a Blind Horse Knives dangler sheath, and it is size is 6A. And I just by chance I put this in there. It's like it's made for it. So this is the system I'm using for my GSO5. Okay, that system right there. That's why I only bought 3 of those dangler kits. So this is a GSO 5.1, and you can see it's got the the whole blade is 6 inches long, but it's got a 5-inch cutting because it's got a finger choil right there. This one, I put the dangler system on it. It attaches in 2 points. This is a Kydex body right here, and then the attachment points are right through here with a rubber grommets in between. So that's how that attaches. And as you can see, it's like super well made, like real thick, nice leather. It's a tank. The things that was a convenience for them is putting 2 snap closures up here so that you can put this on or take it off your without taking your belt off, because a lot of people like that convenience. To me, for a survival knife, that's a liability. I don't want mine easy to take on and off. I want to have to take my belt off, because the last thing I want to have happen, and it did happen once, is have these snaps kind of undone. Because when I ride in a car, this thing is sitting here and who knows how it's getting torqued. And so I removed the 2 snaps and I fastened them together with a heavy-duty zip tie. As you can see that, not super attractive. The other ones I did with black, so you can't see it, but I ran out of black ones, and I didn't really care that much. But the other nice thing is the snaps, being metal, were rubbing back and forth on the top of my handle scales, and being a knife collector, that's a huge no-no, having something metal rubbing on, you know, grinding away on your knife. So I didn't want to. That's why I used a zip tie instead of putting a rivet in there, or you know, leather screw and nut like you fasten leather together with. So that was the little modification I did to it. There's a brown and a black model. So this was the black leather, and the other one was brown leather. And it either comes, this is a smaller one, you have to tell them it's for GSO4, but this one is size smaller for the GSO 4.1 or 4. So this is what I got for Christmas, 3 of these dangler systems. I had this one out because this is a Blind Horse Knives G and S. And this is one I had before, but the reason why I had that on for this video is because I got the Self-Reliant, which is the upgrade of the G and S, and I had the handle scales were just a little bit too thick for my hand, so LT modified. I sent them back. LT modified them, and they shipped out today, so I'll be getting those in the next couple of days. But that's why I was wearing this one. So this is an older one. The other thing too is, you saw that all my blades seem to have some sort of stuff on them. what I do is I coat all of my blades with this wax, which you can use this wax for everything. It's phenomenal. And I get this from Habilis Bush Tools. It's called Gear Wax, and it comes in this really cool tin that you can reuse. But it's you can use this on your skin. It's like, you know, basically it's completely edible. That's one of the reasons why I put it on my blades. So if I don't get it all off, it doesn't matter. But putting this on your steel, any steel, will completely keep it waterproofed. And you can store anything covered with this and it will stay waterproofed. And being a collector, rust is like the thing that scares me the most. So I make sure that all my knives have this on there. And in so doing, I can do what you never want to do, is store a knife in its sheath. But when it's got wax on it, you don't have to worry about that because it's completely impervious. I also coat the inside of my sheath with an oil/wax coating. So the besides being waterproof, now it's also making sure the knife stays waxed and oiled. So that's just a tip. You can get this from HabilisBushTools.com. Dave also has one that's called Fix and Wax. It's real similar, and I've used that too. It just doesn't come with this little tin, so that's why I get this one. But anyway, that's the stuff that I got. Oh no, that isn't everything I got for Christmas. Two more things. I got this. It's a Kershaw, and I can't remember the model number. I wished I remembered, but you can see it's a really nice length. It's just about 1/8 of an inch or 1/16 of an inch under 4 inches. And it's made with 14C28N steel, stainless. And it says R.J. Martin Design, 2001. But it came hair popping sharp. And it's got a safety mechanism right here and a little button there. And that's how you unlock it. So this knife in New York, and I don't know about the other states, you can use this kind of knife, but you have to be fishing or hunting and have a valid license. So you can't just say I'm hunting or fishing and be carrying it around. But if you're in those two pursuits, this is legal to carry in New York. I think in the United States in general, because New York has the most stringent laws of any of our states. The last thing I got, at least that I can remember, is I got this little butterfly knife that's coated with pocket lint. And it is made by Bear Manufacturing in the United States. And that's another thing. These are illegal in New York unless they're made in the United States. So I didn't even know that until I got this one, but luckily all the other ones I have, which is only a couple more, are all made in the United States. I guess they can't be imported or something like that. But anyway, I'm going to tag several people to see what you got for Christmas. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in the notes because I want to pick some people that I haven't tagged previously for stuff. So I just look in the notes down below. Well, I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did. And I hope everybody had a wonderful Christmas. I certainly was blessed this year, Christmas time, unbelievably. I enjoyed doing this. If you like the videos or what I'm doing, please subscribe to my channel. I covet your comments, and please like the video. And until we meet again, God bless.